The Cubs come inches away from winning this ball game, and a major, probably the most major base running mistake of the year for the Cubs ends up coming to their demise. This is a battle of the two best teams in baseball, and a really good veteran in Tarik Skubal and a really young pitcher and up and down season from Ben Brown, and you get exactly what you're thinking of from Tarik Skubal, just striking every guy out and looking like a dominant lefty, an ace. Ben Brown, though, matched him pitch by pitch, and you think this guy was amped up a little bit for this game. He would throw 99 miles an hour at one point. His average fastball was actually 96.8. That was 1 mile per hour faster than his last game against the Reds, which he went 6 innings and no runs. But the defense for Detroit was just unmatched on this evening. Riley Green just steals one from PCA. I mean, steals one. I thought that one was out off the bat, but as you can see, it would have hit off the wall. PCA probably would have had a triple. Instead, it's an out. Then you got to have some Javi Baez in your life if you're a Cubs fan. Yeah, robbing Kyle Tucker. There's Javi. He's been playing mainly center field this year, but he can still play shortstop like the best of them. I'm sure that's got to feel good for Javi. Golf clap. All right, PCA, 5th inning, gets on first base by a single. Dansby Swanson, this is your base running mistake. This is kind of just a WTF moment. PCA, you kind of see him, he's stopping at third, then he goes, and now he's going back. Like, at this point, you're thinking, make up your mind, PCA, but then you look at the replay here, and PCA, by the way, thinks that he got out of the way of the tag, but the umpire is saying he got out of the baseline. Either way, let's look at that. Quentin Berry, right there. Back it up for a second. You can see right here, Quentin Berry with the play in front of him hasn't made a call yet. PCA is slowing down, and then he sees the wave. So PCA right here, slowing down, sees the wave. Okay, I guess I'm going, and then he puts the stop sign up. So what I'm guessing is that because PCA is slowing down here, and Quentin Berry, you can see his eyes are on the left fielder. They're not on PCA. He probably is waving, and then he looks at PCA, who he realizes like, oh, you're slowing down. Since you're slowing down, I don't want you to get back into gear. Just go ahead and stop. Well, it's too late because PCA saw the go sign, and now he's going, and now he's too fast to put on the stop sign. And that's where it's just this kind of like, who, you, me, you, me? No. And then he's way out of the base path there, according to the umpire, which, whatever, he probably was tagged out anyway. A lot of miscommunication. Now, for those of you that are out there that are like, and I know who you are right now, and I don't blame you for just wanting to come rain down on Quentin Berry, but I will tell you, this guy has been a godsend for this base running, for the stealing, for taking the extra bases this year. Don't be too hard on him because everyone's allowed to make mistakes. That's the way I look at it. 5th inning, still scoreless, 2 outs. Matt Shaw clanks one. Now, this was a single. It should be a single because this was a really tough hop. It's against Javi Baez, of course. But this is a play that Detroit was making all night long, and then, of course, it comes back to bite them. Even with 2 outs, the Tigers still end up scoring Javi Baez. That makes it 1-0. All right, skip ahead to the 6th inning, though, and after a Matt Shaw double, Kyle Tucker lines one into right center. Not easy as a lefty hitting against Tarik Skubal, but he hits a double on a 3-1 pitch. Cubs had tied this thing up. Matt Shaw's stoked. He's kind of probably thinking like, okay, good, I at least got my run back that I should have caught. And 2 batters into the 6th inning for the Tigers. Spencer Torkelson, who didn't even know if he had a spot on this team to start the year, now has 15 home runs. And he has locked it in for the Tigers. That's a 2-1 lead. 8th inning, back to Shaw. He has a pretty decent jump against Skubal, but gunned down at second base. Again, it was just the little things in this game. That was another little thing that went against the Cubs. And a couple batters later, you got Kyle Tucker lining one into right field. Had Shaw not even attempted, maybe you've got a run-scoring single there. Instead, it's 1st and 3rd with 2 out. Out goes Skubal, which, by the way, he gave up 8 hits. He wasn't exactly a gem on the night. Will Vest having a great season. Seiya Suzuki also having a great season. Looks like a fly out to right field. Yeah, he's going to catch on the warning track. Oh, get out in! Nope. You kidding me? Like, are you actually kidding me with that play? Did you not feel that way? Like, going back to this, all right, he's kind of tracking it. He's kind of casually coasting. You think to yourself, nah, he's catching on the warning track. And then he, like, turns it into a second gear here, and he's like, oh. And at that point, most of us have trained our eyes in baseball, right, to, like, if you start to speed up after you've hit the warning track, that ball is probably gone. And that's where I thought it was. I thought it was gone. And instead, it's not a robbed home run. That ball is hitting probably off of the bottom part of the yellow there. It definitely would have been a 2-run double, maybe even triple. It definitely would have put the Cubs ahead. And man, I mean, just that kind of night. I can't even really be mad at the Cubs on this night. Yes, you could be mad at the Quentin Berry and PCA thing at third base. Yes, you can be mad at the fact that Matt Shaw didn't make that play and could have been argued that it should have been, but it really shouldn't have been. That would have been a great play if he did make it. But the Tigers, in what was a battle for the two best teams in baseball, they won on the margins tonight. And the Cubs haven't had to do that a whole lot this year. They've blown out teams. And on this night, a postseason feel, a playoff atmosphere, they lose 3-1, trying to bounce back on Saturday.